What's up, Thrashers, and welcome back to Thrash Reviews, where yours truly, Thrash Maniac 99, continues to review upcoming hard rock and heavy metal albums in the calendar year of 2016, and tonight I am reviewing one that came out 10 days ago that I didn't get to until now. The newest album, the third new album from Nails, and it's called You Will Never Be One of Us. Nails is a power violence / grindcore band that formed in the latter portion of the 2000s, combining the grindcore influences of old bands such as Napalm Death, Brutal Truth, mixing it with the power violence, which, for those who don't know what power violence is essentially grindcore, but with sludge, doom metal influences on top of it, and that's what we get with this album. So, how does this band do on the third album around? Let's take a look. But before we get to that, this album is only 22 minutes long, 10 songs. Most of the tracks are about a minute and a half to under a minute, but the closing track is a little over 8 minutes. We'll get to that when we get there. To kick things off, the opening track, You Will Never Be One of Us, the title track, has the spoken word introduction where in the beginning the singer says, "You will never be one of us," and then it just goes absolutely out of nowhere with the blast beats, the fast hardcore beats. I mean, the hardcore influences are well aware. How should I put this in a better way? The hardcore influences are very apparent on this track, as well as throughout the album, and it just has that chaotic aspect that you would hear in old grindcore bands, and it just has this real rough production sound, and the album is produced by Kurt Ballou from Converge, second album this year that guy's produced along with Caveller Talk. But with this song, it just kicks things off in a huge way, and we continue on with the song Made to Make You Fail. A couple tracks later, 55-second tune, a full-on blaster, as well as introducing some of that sludge metal influences that the band really enjoys to put out in their music. And lyrically, it's just all about, like, someone making you fail at a lot of things in life, and that does speak a lot to people who have made a lot of mistakes in their lives. I'm no different, but it just was another killer tune. But the last track I'm going to talk about is the closing track, They Come Crawling Back, the 8-minute doom sludge-laden track. Pretty much most of the grindcore influence you would hear on the first 9 tracks aren't really there on this song. This is more of a sludge metal, doom metal closing track that really is atmospheric, has some melancholy within, and it just puts you in a mood. If I could compare that song into a certain kind of metaphor, it's like as if you're, I can't think of a very good metaphor to really think of this song as, but I'm sure it'd probably come to my head after this video would be over. But just to put it in short, simple terms, it was very atmospheric, very droning at times, but in a good way. It drones in a good way, and just very aggressive, very heavy. It's definitely a song you guys should check out if you haven't already. But overall with this album, at times there were a couple parts and a couple tracks where I just thought they were kind of being a bit repetitive at times, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. So overall, from top to bottom, not a bad track on this album. If you're a fan of power violence, of grindcore, of sludge metal, this is definitely an album for you. For me, it is one of the better raw extreme metal / hardcore albums to come out this year. So for me, as a score, I'm going to give this an 87 out of 100. Very solid work. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. But anyways, that does it for this review. I do hope to get to more reviews at some point of especially albums I've been forgetting, that I've forgotten for the past few months, like Discharge, Destruction, Avatar, Devil Driver, Flotsam and Jetsam, Suicidal Angels, Architects, Lacuna Coil, Melvins, Volbeat, Dark Funeral, and then the 3 albums that came out a week ago, Bellacore, Whitechapel, and K.O. Dot. Luckily, I got a couple days off this week, so hopefully if I can stick to it, I'll do a lot of those within the week to get ready for this Friday where 2 albums come out, Fate's Warning and Chelsea Grin. But until then, thank you for watching. Peace.